Welcome back to Boar's Physical Media. I'm Vanessa and he's Charles, and we have a movie review for you, and it is a Paramount title, and it is starring the great Mel Gibson. We Were Soldiers in 4K. And it has the same. And
This is the funny part.
yeah. Is there disc artwork?
It's a possibility.
It might be. No.
Now,
Should be a given. Most Paramount, I think, doesn't have disc artwork,
now it's time to get serious.
but it would have been funny. Okay, so this movie actually takes place in 1965 when America is at war with North Vietnam. And Mel Gibson's character, who is Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore, he has been to war. So he was actually brought over to train a certain group of troops to get ready for war. Well, when he first came, he was told he was going to have a decent amount of time to get them ready and everything. Well, that wasn't true. He literally had like a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks at the most, but that was about it to train these gentlemen to go off to fight war who's never really been to war. So he had to train them. So the beginning of the film, that's what it is. And then the next part of the film is them over in Vietnam, and their goal is to take over this mountainside, and what they called it was the Valley of Death. And it was really the Valley of Death because they had to try to go up a mountain and fight the Vietnamese. Well, they didn't get very far because the Vietnamese did tunnels from the top all the way down. So they had to fight that, and it was just non-stop explosions, gunfight. It was insane the way that our troops had to fight over there, and what little they had as well, because when they came over there they had a certain amount of stuff, and then they started running out of water, and ammunition. Like, it was just crazy insane.
But have you ever noticed, though, the enemy always has to be the bitch and hide under tunnels?
Of course.
I think because they're down there fucking each other in the ass. I believe that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're hiding down there and they're plugging each other. They got that orgy butter from Vinegar Syndrome.
They did. Okay, so Mel Gibson also, because he's been in so many wars and been there, he knew how the enemy thought. So he was able to figure things out, and he's like, wait a minute, don't send anybody over there, send them over here, because we're going to come around and get them. And that's what he did. Well, part of the troop that he trained was off in a whole different section, and they pretty much got surrounded, and they were trying to get to them as fast as they could to get with their people and keep going. And they eventually did get to him, but it took a while.
It's a great movie. It really is. This is my favorite war movie, I would say, that I've seen. And Mel Gibson, you could tell he really put his heart and soul into this movie. He's just a great actor. I know a lot of people are against him for some of the stuff he's done, but I mean, what haven't people done in this world? I mean, let's be honest.
We all screwed up.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We all screwed up in our youth.
He's a Hollywood actor with the liberal rejects out there. They gotta
blame somebody else for somebody else's issues or their issues. Who knows?
We lost a lot of troops because of Vietnam's bullshit. We also won that war. We also killed a lot of them, which is good, but we also lost a lot of hours.
We did.
Dealing with fighting against these idiots for Because you couldn't understand a word they were fucking saying. So I mean, you wouldn't be able to really know what they were really fighting for per se. But
this is based off a true story, if you guys did not know. And every person, every actor who was a certain character was actually a military member who either lived or died during this time. And if you guys did not know, down in Washington, D.C., if you ever get a chance, go down there and go look at the monuments, go pay your respects, because if it wasn't for men like this, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Learn to respect our military. Either love America or get out. Yeah.
Yep.
They're fighting for us the way we can live our lives like we're living now, bringing you videos like we bring videos every day, pretty much.
Yep.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing that. We'd probably be down in the dirt getting eaten by worms.
Yeah.
But
like we just had Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Like, it's about the troops that have fallen, and you're supposed to pay your respects. It's not about barbecuing and having a great old time or whatever. At least pay your respects to the military. Again, like I said, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we are today.
That's true. There is some special features that comes with it. It comes with the 4K. That's all you receive. With the feature film, you do have a Blu-ray feature film and special features. You have commentary by director-writer Randall Wallace. You have We Were Soldiers, Keeping It Right, and also deleted scenes with optional commentary. Unfortunately, this does not have Dolby Atmos. Had DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. I cranked it up a little bit because I always like to feel like I'm in the war zone.
Yeah.
And in this movie, you actually did feel like you were in the war when everything was going off.
With us having to crank it up, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had Dolby Atmos, I mean, we definitely would have been right there. But with it not having it, even cranking it up, still made you feel like you were right where Mel Gibson was.
It's a very nerve-wracking movie. I really enjoyed this movie, though. Like I said, this is my favorite war movie, I would say.
Yeah.
Plus, it has Mel Gibson in it. I'm a big Mel Gibson fan, so I thought Paramount did a wonderful job as far as the transfer. I thought it looked pretty good. The only thing I had was the Dolby Atmos. I wish that would have been added. But the transfer stayed pretty stable throughout the movie. A little blur here and there, but it was like off in the distance. The screen would shake here and there, but of course that's with
all the explosions and the gunfire. I mean, if it's right there in your face, it's gonna be shaking the screen a little bit.
But I thought the transfer overall looked pretty damn good. If I could rate this movie, I would give it. I love the movie. As far as the movie itself, a 5, because I love the movie. And it helps Mel Gibson being in it. It makes me love it even more. Even has Oz, Chris Klein from American Pie. He's in it also. You have who else was in it? Barry Pepper was in it.
Yes, he was actually a reporter, and he came over there originally shooting. He was like the first reporter that actually came over while they were fighting, because nobody else wanted to go. And eventually, he ended up having to put the camera down, because if he didn't, he probably would have died.
He had to start shooting. But 5 out of 5 for me, just because the movie, it's like one of my favorite war movies. I would have to give it a 5 out of 5. If I was just a normal person just watching this movie and not being in the aspect of Vietnam War being my favorite, Mel Gibson being a big fan of him, and just this movie in general, I would have gave it a 4 out of 5. But being in reality here, 5 out of 5 for me. You need to get this. It's a very important film to see. Respect our military, because without them, we would be like the ones that they were bringing home to their families. And trust me, families do not want to see that. I wouldn't want to see my son coming home in a body bag because of stupid people.
Yeah.
But that worries me sometimes, because of the way this world is, and with all these wars going on. If my son goes to war,
if he has to go,
I don't know if he could be able to get in the mental state of having to go through and actually start killing people.
Right.
I know a lot of people can turn that switch off. I probably would have been one of them because I knew either I killed or I wasn't coming home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he could do that because he's too kind-hearted.
Yes.
me not so much. But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody's kid go over there and get slaughtered for no reason, come home in a body bag, and you're supposed to bury your parents before the parents bury your son. So, but pick this movie up. Yes, it is very emotional when when you have military family involved. Yep. So it is definitely worth a watch. Don't let Mel Gibson trigger you or aggravate you or whatnot.
Yeah.
Just sit back, watch the movie, enjoy it. It's well worth it. It's a very important movie to watch. God bless our veterans.
Yes.
Thank God we have Trump in there now. He's going to try to help the veterans as much as they could. Mm-hmm. We should be helping the veterans more than anybody. Fuck the illegals. You all can go off wherever you're going. Veterans need help before anybody else because without them, we would be 6 feet under. That is our review of We Were Soldiers, Paramount 4K. Great movie.
Thank you again, Paramount, for sending this over to us.
If you like this video, sometimes our videos are not like this. They don't get me triggered where I get upset or something like that. Usually when it involves stuff like it does. But please subscribe to our channel. Like our videos. That really helps. And definitely comment. We can talk about anything. I don't give a damn what it is. Comment, let us know how you feel. If you have military personnel in your family,
yes,
we can talk about it. I'd love to talk about it. I'm Charles, that's Vanessa. That is our review of We Are Soldiers. Thank you, Paramount. See you on next.
Bye.